はい。で、次は、
はい、
これは非常に日本企業にとってはですね、興味のあるそういうお話になると思うので、ぜひじっくり聞いてもらいたいと思います。
はい、ですね。続いては国連環境計画管理部のカマール・ユスフ民間部門長より、具体的な UNEP と世界の企業との協業例についてご紹介をさせていただきます。失礼いたしました。
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this important forum to make a presentation on UN environment partnerships with the private sector. My presentation will answer 3 questions. Why we partner with private sector, what is it, what is the purpose, and how we partner. I hope after my presentation it will encourage Japanese companies and associations to increase collaboration with UN Environment. Why UN Environment engages with private sector? UN Environment recognizes that partnership with the private sector are pivotal to achieving solutions to our global and interconnected environmental challenges. We believe partnerships have the capacity to promote and spur innovation and leverage new technologies that can be scaled and replicated for wider impact. Therefore, our approach has evolved to reflect the call to enhance business engagement for sustainable development and the ambitions of the UN Agenda 2030 and its Sustainable Development Goals. The private sector is critical to fostering markets for sustainable products and services, thereby contributing to job creation, and especially for youth, and the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals. Next. What is the purpose of engaging with the private sector? Advancing our mandates and objectives together. Private sector partnerships can bring value to both sides. For UN Environment, that means huge outreach to access to market-driven development, innovation, technology, and deployment of solutions. For companies, it means building credibility and having voice among policymakers, like during UNEP, and to ensure they understand the challenges and opportunities to accelerate progress. The UN Environment will focus on long-term transformative partnerships with the private sector to co-create development solutions on shared values. We believe that sustainability is more than just corporate social responsibility. By embedding environmentally friendly practices, companies can increase additional value for customers and stakeholders. How we partner with the private sector. We deliver our mandate through 7 sub-programs or thematic areas. The first one is climate change. UN Environment, in its work on climate change, focuses on achieving results where it supports countries to build resilience to climate change, adopt renewable energy, reduce air pollution, and enable countries to reduce greenhouse gas emission from deforestation. We have also Resilience to Disaster and Conflict sub-program that supports governments and other stakeholders to minimize threats to human well-being from environmental causes and consequences of disaster and conflict. This is done where we raise awareness of environmental risk, help our partners prepare for crisis, and develop programs that help post-crisis countries strengthen environment management to build resilience and support consolidation of peace. We have also another sub-program called Health and Productive Ecosystems, which empowers governments, private sector, and civil society to align the growing need for goods and services with biodiversity conservation and the long-term functioning of ecosystems, where we support countries to understand the importance of their marine, freshwater, terrestrial ecosystems, and integrate the ecosystem approach to address critical threats, such as marine litter, wastewater, and nutrient loss. We have also environmental governance program that for policy coherence and strong legal and institutional frameworks, increasingly achieve environmental goals in the context of sustainable development. Then we have chemicals and waste, an air quality program that works with countries, businesses, and civil society in the management of chemicals and waste, and promoting better air quality through interventions across the regions and cities, with an aim on adoption of practices and technologies and incentives to reduce air pollution. Then we have resource efficiency, which supports countries and businesses to promote and support the adoption of sustainable consumption and production, and in achieving results in interlinked areas that support countries. And finally, we have Environment Under Review program that bridges the gap between producers and users of environmental information and works to improve knowledge and management and data sharing. Businesses and associations are very important for us to implement those sub-programs. So we welcome more Japanese companies and associations. Next. How we partner with private sector. Partnerships are decentralized all across the organization, given divisions and regional offices, like Asia Pacific Regional Office, as well as multilateral environmental agreements, the opportunity to bring in fruitful partnerships that align UN Environment's program of work with the private sector. We have a private sector unit that serves the coordination entity for the organization's partnerships with the private sector. We have to do internal due diligence processes that must be followed before partnership is created and an agreement is signed. Next. I'll give you good examples of partnerships we have, which are regionally balanced. The first one is with Nippon TV of Japan. The partnership between Nippon and UN Environment's Communication Division focuses on promoting awareness and supporting the UN Sustainable Development Goals with a series of animated public service announcements featuring popular animation characters Sora Yero, am I saying the right word? And targeting children aged 8 to 12 years as environmental champions. In addition, this awareness-raising activity aims to provide viewers with the message on how to incorporate everyday environmental actions into our lives. Next. And then we have a partnership with Formula E of United Kingdom, the world's first full electric single-seater racing car. Formula E joined forces with the UN Environment to launch a global partnership in fight to improve inner city air quality, continuing to boost the profile of alternative energy solutions and increase uptake of electric vehicles. The multi-year partnership with Formula E focuses on raising awareness of the benefits of electric vehicles among younger generations and motorsports fans globally, educating future consumers of the value of electric cars and challenging major cities and governments to act to tackle air pollution. Next, we have also a partnership with Google of the United States that combines environmental science and big data. And this joint effort aims to expand what the world knows about the impact of human activity on global environment. When completed, the platform will leverage Google's cloud computing and Earth observation, public catalogs, and for the first time enable governments, NGOs, private sector, and public to track specific environmental-related development targets with user-friendly Google technology. And then we have also collaboration with Kenya Airways, working together against illegal wildlife trade. The partnership comes in the wake of a poaching crisis all across Africa that is wreaking havoc on wildlife, from elephants to rhinos to pangolins to African grey parrots. Kenya Airways has created awareness-raising activity through their in-house video service and in-flight magazines to show how they can tackle illegal wildlife trade. Next. The UN Environment Assembly, I will not go through very details because it has been said, is the highest authority on environment, and it was created about 7 years ago during the Rio+20. The Assembly embodies a new era in which environment is at the center of international community, focusing on a lot of issues that are coming, including climate change, to make it equal, like peace, poverty alleviation, health, and security. So the first session and the second session addressed a lot of issues, including air pollution and different kinds of issues that are very important to our environment. The third assembly took place in Nairobi in 2017 under the overarching theme of Toward a Pollution-Free Planet, which is talking about health. And the fourth assembly just finished about 2 months ago in Nairobi in March 2019, focusing on innovative solutions for environmental challenges and sustainable consumption and production. That was a very good example for how private sector can contribute to achieving these high-level goals. Next. So I think, without going into further details, the UN Environment Assembly of 2019 was very successful in achieving a lot of results, like the ministerial declaration, 22 resolutions that are very pertinent to private sector, decisions and program of work and implementation toward pollution-free planet, and CHIO 6, as well as now CHIO for business. So there's a great opportunity for private sector, especially in Japan, to contribute to the implementation of these resolutions and decisions, as many of them are very relevant to private sector. For example, the one that is fighting marine litter, chemicals and waste, sustainable consumption and production, just to name a few. So there is very good opportunity for private sector to work with the UN Environment in helping countries implement those resolutions. Next. Also, the platform of UN Environment was very attractive to private sector. We have the Sustainable Innovation Expo, which is the premier platform for UN Environment Assembly to attract private sector so they can showcase their technology and innovation. So during the last assembly, private sector was heavily engaged. More than 500 companies participated, and through the expo, we had 46 companies showcasing their technology and innovation that is relevant to the theme of the assembly. And we had also a lot of roundtable discussions and pop-up chats happening in the expo that talks about how the private sector can bring solutions to our global challenges on consumption and production. The UN Environment welcomes innovative and sustainable solutions from the private sector in Japan in helping us to come with good solutions. Thank you very much.
今見たらいろんなことやってるでしょ、UNEPってね。それでほとんど日本は、この UNEP と協業、そういう事例がほとんどないんですね。でもう日本からもですね、どんどんその UNEP と一緒に何かやろうという企業なり団体なりがですね、これからもっともっと多く現れてほしいなというふうに思うんですけど、とにかくUNEP が持っているプロジェクトとかですね、そういうものはたくさんありますが、そういうものに参加するのもいいんですが、日本で考えたプロジェクトをですね、プロジェクトを考えて、それを UNEP に提案するという方が、僕はいいアイデアが生まれ、また日本らしいんじゃないかなというふうに思いますからね、皆さんね、ぜひ UNEP と何かをやろうというような企業、団体がありましたら、ぜひ うちの協会の方に連絡ください。はい。
ありがとうございました。これにて国連環境計画の活動のご紹介を終わります。